Any fixes this week that you got in plan for stopping the run of UCF?
Well, it's a complicated scheme. We got to be at our best. They do a lot of good things. They do a lot of different things that we haven't really necessarily seen this year. So we're going to have to be assignment sound. We're going to have to limit those couple big plays that we gave up last week. Obviously, that was a big deal in last week's game. So I like the challenge. I think our guys will be absolutely ready. And, yeah, it's a good challenge for us.
What has been the response since last Friday from your defensive players after, kind of the struggle stopping the run last week?
Well, I thought they were outstanding today in practice. I don't want to call it a wake-up call, but I think everybody starts talking about how great you're playing, how good you're doing, and all it takes is the two big runs in the first half before you're questioning what the heck we're doing. And if it wasn't for the two big runs in the last drive, there's a lot of good football that was played, but that puts a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth.
When you hear like Hans and other analysts say you were not sealing the edge, what can you kind of break that down to? Was that legit?
Well, that could be a lot of things. That could be, we're not sealing the edge because the backer didn't scrape, or we're not sealing the edge because we weren't lined up right, or because of a defensive end. It's easy to say that from afar if you're not necessarily knowing exactly what occurred. It was the one run that got out that everyone's worried about with Ollie Gordon. We were misaligned. We got to do a better job of getting lined up the right way. And if you tackle him in that spot, then we're fine. He's a great back. We missed a tackle on a big long run. We've played a lot of great football this year. We just got to get back to the basics and doing what we've done so well this year, which is, tackling, playing great team defense, and we've done that for the big majority of the year.
Does getting better on third down require a specific focus on that down, or is it just a byproduct of everyone doing their jobs better?
Well, we've been good this year on third down to the last game, and I think the biggest reason is if they're sitting in third and long a lot like we have early in the year, then it's easier to get out of third downs. Last week it was third and one, third and one, third and one, third and one, third and two, and those are hard for any defense to get out of just because, especially against Ollie Gordon. So we need to do a better job of getting ourselves into more manageable third down situations on defense.
You still happy with the numbers so far as sacks, havoc, interceptions, 12 I believe on each of those. Are you happy with those numbers?
Well, I would like to see more sacks, obviously. The team we just faced, Oklahoma State, they've given up 4 sacks on the year. We got one of them. So it's not like that was a team that's given up a lot of sacks on the year. But I would like to see more pressure. Obviously, you always do. I think I've been extremely impressed with the pass efficiency defense, and we're one of the tops in the whole country. So, and last week we were leading it. I don't know where we're at this week, but we got to be way up there still. So there's a lot of things we're doing good. There's some things that we can clean up, obviously. The end goal, obviously, each week is to get better, and I thought today was a good step in that direction.
How pleased have you been with the second unit on the defense line? Guys like Viliami, Buad, John Talmoy. It seems like they've been kind of flashing in games. Mm-hmm. How pleased have you been with that second unit?
Well, I think the depth is such a critical part of being successful in the Big 12, and I see those guys coming in the secondary, in the backer group, in the defensive front. So those guys will continue to get reps, and their development is huge for our success.
We saw, I think, 3 different strong safeties play. I think Rader, Crew started.
Micah Harper.
Does that mean you're just still searching even at this point in the season for a main guy, or is that kind of how you like to use that?
Yeah, I'd still like to see one of those guys step up and take the big majority of the reps. Like Crew Wakely did that in the Baylor game. That doesn't mean I'm discontent with any of those guys. I'd just like to see one of those guys separate themselves from the group. I've said this before, we have 6 guys that started games in our safety group, and then we got 2 freshmen that are very talented that have made plays this year. So that's just how that group's played, and I'd like to see someone separate themselves in the strong safety group, but I wouldn't be surprised you continue to see multiple guys play.
How much can that one extra day of prep help you guys this week, do you think?
Well, that helps for sure. I mean, that was like last week. You were coming off a short week. They're coming off a bye. I don't want to say that's an advantage, but that's a big deal in college football. And so this week, the extra day of preparation and rest can be big, getting your bodies healthy. I thought today we looked fast and fluid, maybe as good as we've looked in a couple of weeks. So I thought that was a huge deal having the extra day.
What about the coaching staff? Did you guys spend Saturday watching the UCF game?
Oh, yeah. We spend time always preparing for, obviously, UCF in this situation. It gave me an opportunity to sit down and watch a lot of games on UCF on Saturday and just get that jump start that you normally don't get when you're playing like Saturday night or traveling back on a Saturday. That was a big deal for us.
I apologize, I got here a little bit late, but Faletau's been seeing a lot of time, but also just in really crucial moments in that secondary for you. What is it about his game? Did you envision him kind of playing as much as he has?
Oh, yeah. Faletau's a special player. He's one of the best players in the country last year coming out of high school. And he's kind of what I talk about with him and Tommy Prassis, and those guys are legit, really good freshmen that are pushing for playing time in a group that's got a lot of guys that have started games for us. So I don't want to say it's a balancing act, but those guys, the best players, got to continue to rise to the top. And I see great things in those young freshmen, Faletau being one of them. He's done a lot of great things since he's been here already, and he's only going to continue to get better.
Anything else for Jay?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Awesome. Let's go.